Kansas State Wildcats Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. On that one, it'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And the Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Caught near the sticks, it's Jefferson. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Out of the gun, the give to the back.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
QBs like this are so hard to defend. They know what you're doing, and they're getting the ball out fast. They knew they had the corner route. Take advantage. Hit it right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent, establish the run game early on offense.
The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Got a man, it's Clark.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's...
Breaks into the open. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. drive with the pass. Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. New set of downs after the completion. To the ground with the back. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals, and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship.
Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You're going to stop the run game. You better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down. Absolute shank. Missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run, and he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And it's no good, and they miss an opportunity to tie. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Off from the shotgun. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw at Simmons. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab down the left side. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. He'll try to do it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They get to him, and boy, did this defense need that. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, South Carolina. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Rushes on him. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. Can they catch him? Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecock. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to NC State. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Just a short pass to the tight end. Bust through behind his pad. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
That's caught. It's Smith. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Power football with the run. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Looking to throw on 3rd. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Gives it on the option. Nice move there. And he's wrestled to the ground.
You know what? Everybody gets energized in the whole football team. And you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
The throw. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chain.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab at the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown Gamecocks! Boy, it didn't look pretty at first, but it wound up being most effective.
And that's the problem with these guys, these quarterbacks. It's not the first play you have to play. You have to play the second play and the third play because they just keep extending it and making plays. And then the next thing you know, you look up and the dude's hitting his head on the goalpost.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Montgomery. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second down, he'll throw it. Gets it out quickly. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's a great sign for this offense, man. Everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Got him in the open. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
One of the things you like about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Wildcats will snap it on first and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They'll snap it from the 34 on first and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. They go to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Lost the fire on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Makes the grab on the left. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
The extra point is good, and they cut it to a 28-13 game. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
To the air, it's Simmons. Oh, they're after him! Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
Looking to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap it to the back. Finding open areas. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look at the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Got a man. It's Montgomery. Turning it on. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Smith.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Dumps it to the back. Grabbed in the middle. It's DeWitt. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. But at least you got the party started.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He gets it in there again, scored the touchdown, got the 2. He's doing his part to mount the comeback. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina offense is back on the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Under fire. Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the back. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shots.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Bring in the heat. Makes the grab. It's Montgomery. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Sure hands. It's DeWitt. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Working that left side now. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Kansas State has it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get back in this ball.
And he makes the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. That is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. to throw, it's Simmons. Trying to set up the screen. Hard running there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking the handoff. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Runs through a tackle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy game. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They want to run this quarterback. The spin, still on his feet. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking for the score! And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
You don't see a lot of OPI, but on that play, the offensive player just way too handsy. He's grabbing, he's working his hands way too much, and that was an easy call for the referees.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Max going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. On the option. He'll toss it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for any...
There he goes! Fights off the defender. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Gamecocks come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Got his man quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Quick strike through the air for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. East Carolina has the lead right now. Greenville has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by just 2 over Navy. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Gamecock. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He slings it deep to the left. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff from the gun. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They'll give it to the back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a tight end. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10.